Chapter 1084. We have a color spread panel thingy. Truly incredible. Jesus Christ, there's so many people on here. Why is Zeus a swimming ring? Also very cheeky Nami shirt saying Queen. See what you're doing there, Oda. Oh my god, it is actually a Reverie chapter. Okay. The attempted murder of a celestial Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. Inside Pangaea Castle, Sacred Marie Joie. Are you Sabo? Oh my god, it's Bonney. Good, we can skip introductions. I think we're after the same thing. I think you are. The keys to the slave collars have been stolen. You'd know that. Oh, okay, so yeah, they're going after Kuma. Man, I love the crow guy so much. That's such a cool ability. And people are like speculating that he might be an awakened Logia, right? Which would be a very, very cool concept, though I don't know how that would work, right? Because he can turn into crows, which are sort of a living being, right? But if you had an awakened Logia that was, I don't know, let's say wind, how would that work? Can you just have like these mini tornadoes flying around in random directions? I don't know. An awakened Logia is sort of immediately is like, how would that even work? This would be a cool way to do it, but I have no clue how that would even work. What's your next move, Bonney? I'll go to Egghead and ask Vegapunk if he has a way to bring my father back to his senses. And if he doesn't, then... Okay. This seems like bait. Would she have really said that... Seems like bait that she was cut off. There are even fewer guards for this tower than before, and it's already way too large for us to cover. When people go missing, it's usually because they saw it. I assume that is Emu, right? I would assume so. Something they shouldn't have, like what? The Lost Chamber. Okay. Egghead's in the New World, but we're heading to sea in the opposite direction. Best of luck to you. It feels really weird to have revolutionaries doing me favors like this. So, we still don't know. Unless Kuma teleported her, we still don't really know how she got to Egghead in the first place. Which also makes me wonder, in post-war, was she also... Like, what was she doing in post-war then, right? Was she also trying to save Kuma somehow? I don't know. What'd you ask of us? Cobra, King of Alabasta. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why would you... Oh my god. No wonder you're dead. What? You go up to this empty throne that's supposed to be like a twisted reminder of like, you know, not great things. And you go to talk to them in private. And now you're going to start asking questions. My dude, why do you do this? Okay. The world government we know today began 800 years ago. Okay, so we get a reminder of lore that we first heard in Sabo, I want to say. As the newly styled creators of the world, they moved here to Marie Joie with their families, where they became known as celestial dragons and have ruled over the world for the 8 centuries since. Amongst themselves, the 20 kings have always been equal, and to prevent one from ruling over others as a dictator, they created the empty throne and placed 20 weapons around it to symbolize their oath to never claim the seat. So this is basically... I mean... I don't want to say it, but this sounds awfully close to the Iron Throne. Just saying. By the way, the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones, it was made out of swords so that no king would feel comfortable sitting on it for too long. That was the ideology behind it, right? It was made out of swords because naturally you don't want to sit on swords, and if you sit on swords, you might get stabbed and stuff. You know, that was the ideology behind it. So placing weapons around it. Emu's room had a sword. Okay, let's keep going. There was a sword there. Let's keep going. In the 20 kingdoms that had lost their royal families, new kings were chosen whose rule continues to this day. Therefore, the first 20 dynasties' names are no longer found in the lands from whence they came. Okay. But Alabasta is different. The monarch at the time, Queen Lily of the Nefeltari dynasty was counted among the first 20, but did not become a celestial dragon, choosing to return to Alabasta and continue the Nefeltari line in her homeland where the name still reigns. I'm cooking. Hold on. Let's keep going. Actually, let me count the swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, clearly it's not showing us all of them, I think. Okay. Oh. The next chapter. Okay. This is why in actuality there are only 19 weapons surrounding the throne. Emu's room had a sword. Emu's room had a sword. Okay. That is all correct, but what is your point? I was going through old historical documents from my royal library. The only history one can peruse there comes from documents after the span of the Void Century. There is no mention of Queen Lily's name. She did not come back to rule Alabasta after that. Lily's younger brother took the throne in Alabasta instead. Is there anything you might be able... You know what the first thing that springs into my mind is? Amazon Lily. What if it's not Amazon Lily, but it's the Amazon of Lily? The island where only women live, and no outsiders could ever enter. Okay, let's keep going. It was 800 years ago. It is a recorded fact that the ruler from the Nefeltari dynasty did not live here, but we assume that she had gone back home, whatever her reasons or actions were. They have long been lost to the cobwebs of time. I'm sorry, I cannot help you. Why has the sword been moved? I'm gonna look. I'm not insane. I'm gonna look at the Reverie screenshots. I have the screenshots. I have receipts. I'm gonna bring them up. I am 1,000,000% certain there was a sword in Emu's room. I guarantee it because it's literally one of the only objects that was in the room. And I tried thinking about it, and there was the dude with what looked to be a straw hat. People told me it's not in the manga, so I didn't think it was a straw hat, but I still thought about the sword. There's a single sword in Emu's room, which I presume is the 20th sword. In that... My guy, why are you doing this? In that case, what is the D? Why would you ask that? Well, you see, there is a brief 800-year-old letter. Oh boy, the 5 elder clowns are about to take another L, it seems like, that she passed down through our line of kings. And of course we cut away. Okay, let's break this down. Let's break this down. The Kuja are a special tribe that only have daughters, though. They should not have anything to do with the Nefertari. Well, we don't know that, right? We have literally no clue. The pure steel balls on this man to ask about the D. That's what I'm saying. Though now, I don't want to build headcanon, but doesn't it seem like he was basically ready to die here? Like with the whole, I'll be fine, go look after Vivi, you know, I'll be fine, I will just talk to them, go look after my daughter in case something happens, you know? It seems like, awfully like he was coming here just to find out something himself, and he was sort of like, I know what's gonna happen, you know? Dude's a mega chad, though. Courtyard, Pangea Castle, stop doing this, please, I beg of you. I've done it, father. I never gave up. Oh my god, it's him again. It's him again. Can someone punch him back into the manga for me real quick? I caught it myself. My guy doesn't even know basic grammar. Well done, Charlos. I'll take you on walks every day, my pets. And if you don't obey my orders, oh my... Can someone hit him? Like, come on. We need a Luffy right now. Something must be done, but Papa and the guards are in the council tower. That leaves only one option. Yes. Yes, pop off. Run away. No. Move it, you're like... Oh, here we go. The Ryugu princess. Don't try any funny stuff or they'll destroy your home. Have a feeling my guy doesn't care. We're leaving this horrible place and we're never coming back. Yes. I just remembered the title. The Attempted Murder of a Celestial Dragon. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Actually, you know what? We're good. We're good. Let's go. My invincible slave Kuma. Well, I mean, again, this is a flashback. We sort of know what happens, right? So, you know. Warlord of the Sea Bartholomew Kuma. Reduced to such a wretched state. Nevertheless, we fight. Okay. We don't care about Charlos. Shirahoshi, it's that guy, Rebecca. Oh, please tell me the Grand Fleet will get involved. Be my guest. We're about to pop off. We're about to pop off. Yes, yes. The goat. The goat. I said this will be big. I said this will be big. Turning even one celestial dragon to our side is like historic. Yes. Yes. There's a price to pay for whacking me earlier. Kumakil Miosgard. Why the double standard Miosgard? Okay. Oh my god. The Tantata is gonna pop off. Leo. Come on. Oh, let's go. Sir Leo. Sir Sai. Don't do it. He's a celestial dragon. The goats. The goats. The goats. Look at him. My guy became a mushroom. Yes, yes. You know what? These guys are completely on the Grand Fleet. It's great. They are commanders. They are captains. Like Whitebeard's commanders, I sleep. Leo, the goat. Oh my god, this is so good. This is so good. I think this is a big thing. The Straw Hat Fleet just killed a Celestial Dragon. I mean, even the Celestial Dragons don't like Charlos, right? Maybe it's not that big of a deal after all. The murder of a Celestial Dragon, the Admirals will be on their way. Well, I guess this also sort of explains why, even beside the Joy Boy stuff, Kizaru is being sent after them, right? And why Saturn is also being sent after them. Makes sense. And also, I think, yeah, after this, I think we're going back to Egghead. Because now we literally see what is going on, right? Like, why this heavy response? Because, yeah, the Straw Hat Grand Fleet did kind of just turn Charlos into a mushroom. Like, what's... Like, look at his face. Look at his face. They should produce Charlos punching bag merchandise. You know what? I am against violence. I am not a violence enjoyer. Charlos, on the other hand... Okay, let's keep going. No, Kuma, you can't. Oh, yeah, there we go. So he's going to get yoinked. You've done enough. You don't need to listen to orders anymore. Let's go home. Come back with us. Okay, there we go. We yoinked him. No, my son. Honestly, I hope Charlos survives. You know why? Because clearly this is a running gag, and someone will hit him again. So you know what? Maybe he should be fine. What? Oh, great Emu, but King Cobra is still present. Lily. Thump. Doom. What? So... I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Okay. I have two thoughts. One of them, I don't think is likely. What if the reason why Lily doesn't exist anywhere and is just erased from, like, all history is because somehow Emu, like the fact that Emu is now saying Lily, what if it's like a case of forgotten memories or something like that, and like purely hearing the word again is like something big? Could this be Lily? And like her sword was never placed upon the throne? Or maybe, I don't know. What? I'm just thinking back, like, Nefertari, like, in history, it's like the goddess, right? Not the goddess, but like the, whatever the word is, anyway. And she had the title for the one for whom the sun shines, right? And that's why I thought she might be like the god of nature or something like that. And then we had the whole rain falling for Vivi and all that. I'm just thinking how that ties into all of this. I refuse to believe that the name Lily is a coincidence. Especially in Japanese, where like they don't have L's and they don't have Y's, right? So Lily would just be Riri, and that's it. So no matter how you spell it in English, it would still be the same thing in Japanese. If it's like Amazon of Lily, that would be incredible. I want to look up Amazon Lily, the island's history now, is what I want to do. Because then you think back to like hockey is the most powerful force in the world, right? And then you think back to why Amazon Lily was important. All of them had very strong hockey, right? And then you think back to like way back during the Void Century, like a solid theory, potentially, is that like the devil fruits turn the tide of battle, potentially, right? And then maybe even before the Void Century, you could say, oh my god, maybe like, oh no, Lily. What? Can we also please talk about the fact that Emu shows up, says one word, and I'm stun-locked. The 20th sword, and it's no longer there. Isn't that weird? Why is the sword not there anymore? Because I think the panel is literally identical to how it looked in the manga. I said this already, but if this is genuinely an explanation why Amazon Lily has such an odd name, I will actually lose my mind, and I would be 1,000,000% for that. That would be incredible. Let me read their exchange again. So, there is no mention of Queen Lily's name. She did not come back to rule Alabasta after that. Lily's younger brother took the throne in Alabasta instead. Is there anything you might be able to tell me about her? 800 years ago, it is recorded that the ruler from the Nefeltari dynasty did not live here. But we assume that she had gone back home, whatever her reasons or actions were. They've long been lost to the cobwebs of time. I'm sorry, I cannot help you. I'm just thinking of like, the one sword that was never placed down obviously implies that they never wanted to symbolize the empty throne, right? So one of them obviously wanted to rule. Makes perfect sense. My immediate thought would be that, okay, if we have some sort of mind-wipey shenanigans, right, potentially, then maybe Emu is just a puppet. But at the same time, no, the 5 elders bowed down to Emu, so clearly that's not true. Maybe there's some sort of like body snatching, jumping thing? Because the word Lily obviously shook Emu. They came out of their little secret chamber, and for some reason, they went to sit on the throne. So obviously we just heard that people who see Emu, or like the chamber, they are very quickly disposed of, right? But in this case, obviously Cobra sees Emu as well, therefore he should be dead. But the way this happens is so odd. Like, Emu walks out, says Lily, and what, they just kill Cobra then? That seems mega odd. Almost like their conversation continued. Emu is a short king, just like me. Just like me, for real. Okay. People have been claiming that Vivi will rejoin the Straw Hats soon. Wonder if all this Lily stuff is laying the ground to make her relevant for the arc she comes back to. I am 100% in the same camp. I think Vivi will rejoin us, and she will be our final crewmate. I think so. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I distinctly remember there is a scene of Vivi bringing flowers to someone. Like, I'm definitely not gonna find it. If Oda like does a Attack on Titan right now, and the flower Lily is like all throughout the story, and it turns out that like it was always the Amazon of Lily, right? And that is why they had this sort of closed off land, because they never wanted to let in like kings, right? Because keep in mind, another thing that is said, 20 kings, not 20 rulers, but 20 kings, implying that they are all men, right? And if they wanted to create this land where no power-hungry men could like come in and rule, if this is what it is, oh my god. Let me actually, wait, hold on. No, because it says 20 monarchs. So Lily, so they just call everyone a king. Because Lily was obviously a monarch, right? Technically. But they say a group of 20 kings. So I guess a queen is also a king. Never mind. Must be like a scary thing to see, right? The supposed empty throne that you've always heard of being empty. Literally the last thing you see is a dude sit on the throne. It must be like, hold up, wait a minute. The real question is if Oda will show us the rest or not. I don't know. Probably not. If I had to guess. Honestly, like, after all of this, like, especially after Charlos is bonked again, I do think we're going to go back to Egghead. That's my immediate reaction. Because now we know why the Straw Hats are being hunted, you know? Crocodile crushes a flower that looks like a lily. I think it was during the call with Sanji. And you know, you have to keep in mind that the reason why Crocodile came to Alabasta in the first place was because he, like, assumed that there was the weapon there, right? Or information on the weapon, at least. There it is. Yes, there it is. Is that a lily? It looks like a lily to me, but I am not a florist. Must be like, I would love honestly, like, imagine. I'm just gonna take a step back from the story to cool down a little bit, you know? Imagine having a garden in your house. It's like you never have to leave your house to touch grass ever again. You just go into your little room, touch grass. Think about that. Think about that. Also, the follow-up. There is no mention of Queen Lily's name. And then immediately after that, dude is like, in that case, what is the name? What is the D? You know, what is it? It clearly he knows. This is like fishing for an explanation rather than an answer, right? Another thing that doesn't make sense. Cobra tells them that there is a brief letter. Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. This is another 5 Elder Clowns situation. Listen to this. This guy comes in here, blows their minds open. The fact that he knows about Lily, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, he follows up with a question of, what is the D? Which to me already implies that he does have something on it, right? And number 3, he says that there is a letter, and they kill him. Instead of learning anything about where the letter is, what the letter is, who might now have it, and what danger that poses. Very sus. This implies Lily was not married, then maybe women were a normal ruler in Alabasta. Yeah, I'm just caught up on the king part, right? Because it's not 20 rulers. It's specifically 20 kings is what I was getting at. He's like, a queen can still be on the throne, right? You call her the queen, not the king. So, you say 20 kings, I automatically assume they're all dudes, you know? I don't know though, maybe I'm getting caught up on the wrong stuff though. Japan is gender fluid language. Good point. Honestly, might be that. Honestly, might be that. Alabasta is based off of ancient Egypt, makes sense. Yes, that's very true. Wonder if Toki is somehow related to Lily. We know she came from the Void Century and wanted to go to Wano. What if she's Lily's daughter or something? Toki also has the Nefertari blue hair. You are right. Does she... Well, hold on. Because she has sort of greenish hair, but also sort of bluish hair depending on the color grading, right? Because, like, let's be honest, right? This is also something I talked about during the Wano videos. Toki's appearance was kind of random, all things considered, right? She literally just pops up out of nowhere. So if she does tie into all of this, well then that would certainly be sus. Though at the same time, much of her story was so integral to the rest of like the Wano story, right? That I don't know if we want that sort of crossover. But at the same time, all of these sort of rebellions in One Piece, we sooner or later find out that they were connected. And again, we would have Alabasta, which never fell like to the world government, not fell, but you get what I mean, right? And we would also have Wano, who defied the world government. Right? That seems like an odd coincidence to be like the two only countries, basically, you know? It's probably not the two only, by the way. So, you know, because there's still like Elbaf and stuff. I have so many thoughts about like the fact that the word Lily shook Emu. My current running theory, with zero basis, is that yes, that is why Amazon Lily is called Amazon Lily. It's because it is the Amazon of Lily. That's my current running theory. And potentially Emu is sad that maybe Lily left him. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? This chapter has me stun locked. As I said, Emu shows up, says one word, and I'm here like losing my mind. Hold up, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, hold up. You know Joy Boy's apology? The letter that was Joy Boy's apology, that was a poneglyph, and there was a brief letter left behind. Is the real poneglyph Lily's full message? That makes no sense. No, that makes no sense. Emu does look longly at Vivi's image and the silhouette of Lily looks a lot like Vivi? Yeah, I suppose. I mean, yeah, her silhouette literally looks like Vivi. Yeah, it's literally the spitting image of Vivi in my opinion. As much as you can tell from like a silhouette. Just thinking back, like the whole enemy of gods thing. And she escapes. Like look at this, right? The celestial dragons call the will of D enemies of gods, right? Then we have devil fruits, aka devil, enemy of god, right? And then we have Lily, or Amazon Lily, rather. An island where we saw basically no devil fruits, except for a few, right? And they were highly skilled in hockey specifically, which again, sort of goes all the way back to my whole devil fruits were created, which upset the balance of power, and that's why some sort of war erupted, right? So if hockey was the original force, and Lily came to Amazon Lily with hockey knowledge, I don't know. I'm going in circles. There's definitely some connection between Wano and Alabasta, considering the poneglyph mentioned Pluton being in Wano. That is also true. But at the same time, like, the poneglyphs are literally everywhere, right? So... And the fact that... Doesn't this, like, also basically confirm that Emu is indeed immortal? Like, isn't this, like, a 100% confirmation, basically, at this point? Because, like, they're talking about Lily. Like, yeah, doesn't this, like, set in stone that he is immortal? Somehow? Because they're talking about Lily, who lived 800 years ago, and he clearly knows her. It's also interesting to me that Emu is still being kept, like 1,000,000%, basically a silhouette. I think I've gone in circles for long enough, so I will give this chapter a rating, which will certainly be completely unaffected by me being stun-locked by Emu saying one word. One word. And by the way, now that we've seen a lot of Shanks, we actually have a new character that, when they appear, literally seeing their face, One Piece fans, floored. That's Emu. Emu appears, that's it. Alright, this chapter, once again, 9.5 out of 10. No subtitle needed. Emu is sus. I think they're immortal. I think Lily founded Amazon Lily. I think that's why they have immensely strong hockey, because hockey predates devil fruits. That is why I think hockey is the most powerful force in the world. And I think there's also some sort of linkage between the poneglyphs. That's my thesis statement right now. None of it has any foundation whatsoever. I'm just gonna throw those out there, and if I get even like 10% of that, I'm gonna count that as a win. Next week, we're back to Egghead. Not next week, the week after that, because next week is a break. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. This has been a wild one. I'll be back probably tomorrow with a stream. All right, have a wonderful start of your week, and then I'll see you whenever I see you. Bye-bye.